Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Dee's Corner. I'm just chillaxing right now. I don't feel like standing up and talking and stuff like that, so I'm just stretched out here on my couch with my covers and stuff like that, and I'm just chillaxing and stuff like that. And I'm about to get my day started in a little bit. I just wanted to come up here and do this quick story time for y'all. So in today's video, what we're gonna be talking about is my top five most embarrassing moments. Now I have plenty more, but these are the only top five that I can think of off the top of my head. By the way, if y'all haven't seen my previous video about my top most unforgettable moments working in the healthcare field, I'm going to link that down below and stuff like that. So without further ado, here goes my top five most embarrassing moments. Now, number one on my list. This one actually is funny as hell. It involves my sister and stuff like that. Well, most of y'all don't know, but me and my sister, we like this, like we thick as thieves and stuff like that. But this happened like a couple of years ago and stuff like that. If y'all are familiar with the movie Jennifer's Body, insert picture here. It stars Amanda Seyfried and Megan Fox. If y'all remember that scene where both Needy and Jennifer in the hallway, and Jennifer says to Needy, "What's up, Monostat?" And Needy says to Jennifer, "What's up, Vagisil?" My dumb ass, not knowing what both Monostat and Vagisil was, I was thinking to myself watching that movie, "Oh shit, that sounds tight." I'm gonna say that, not knowing what both Monostat and Vagisil was. So I remember one day, I had said to my sister, "What's up, Monostat?" And my sister, she nearly lost her shit, but in a funny way, because my sister's funny like that. But my sister nearly lost her shit. She was like, what the fuck? Like, why did you say something like that? Do you even know what Monostat and Vagisil is?" And she had explained to me what Monostat and Vagisil was. And I was thinking to myself, "Oh shit, I should not have said that. That was stupid," and stuff like that. I told her I got it from Jennifer's Body and stuff like that. And yeah, like she told me like I should not have said that and stuff like that. And I remember one day we had went to Walmart and we went to the section where the personal items were and stuff like that. And she showed me both Monostat and Vagisil and what they're used for and stuff like that. And my female subscribers watching this, y'all know what Monostat and Vagisil is. Y'all know what Monostat and Vagisil is, so don't even front. Like, y'all know what it is. But yeah, like, that pretty much wasn't an embarrassing moment. That was just a funny moment and stuff like that. But yeah, I just want to throw that one in there. So, number two on my list. This one isn't really an embarrassing moment either. This is just a case of motherfuckers not minding their own business. So, we're going to take this one way back. This happened when I was in preschool. And I remember, if you ever went to preschool with me, or if you remember back in the day, you remember those field trip t-shirts where they were purple and they had the white writing on them and stuff like that. I remember we had on our field trip t-shirts, and we were all taking a field trip to the movie theater to see Peter Pan. Either we had went to what is now the Tipton AMC, or we had went to some other movie theater. I can't remember. All I know is we were going to the movie theater to see Peter Pan. And like on the bus ride and stuff like that, like little kids having little conversations and stuff like that. I was sitting with either a boy or a girl or whoever, but we were just having like little kid conversations and stuff like that. And my freaking preschool teacher at the time, I'm not gonna call her Miss Racist or anything like that, because if y'all have seen my racist ass teacher story time, I'm gonna link that down below as well. But I'm not gonna call her Miss Racist in this video. I'm gonna call her Miss Tink. And I remember, see, me and my friend, we were sitting on this side, and Miss Tink and another teacher, they were sitting on this side. So they were like 2 seats behind us and stuff on the other side. And I remember we were just having, me and the other little kid I was talking to, we were just having like a little lighthearted conversation. I remember we had passed by Captain D's, and I was like, "Oh, there go Captain D's" and stuff, because me and my family, we used to stay going to Captain D's all the time. And I was like, "There go Captain D's" and stuff, and I heard Miss Tink say something along the lines of, "Duntavis, what you know about Captain D's?" Damn, bitch, was I talking to you? Mind your goddamn business. I wasn't thinking that at the time because I didn't know how to cuss back then and stuff. But now I'm looking back on, I think myself, "Damn, bitch, mind your own goddamn business." But yeah, I think I said some to her and stuff like that. Then I turned back around, and then we had passed Wendy's, because also me and my family, we used to stay going to Wendy's too when I was little. I said, "Ooh, there go Wendy's," and she was like, "Duntavis, what you know about Wendy's?" Well, let's review, shall we? They had a beautiful aquarium with lots of sea creatures in them. The employees are nice. The restaurant is immaculate. And the food is bomb. Those are the top 4 things I know about Wendy's. So mind your own goddamn business, bitch. Like, that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking to myself, my ass been on pause. But I'm fisting to press play in a motherfucking millisecond because I'm going all the way over that bitch. Like, in my New York voice, even though that was before Flavor of Love came out. But looking back on it, I'm thinking in my New York voice, my ass been on pause. I'm finna press play in a motherfucking millisecond because I went all the way over that bitch. Like, that's what I'm thinking looking back on it. Because she was just so damn annoying. Like, lady, really, please, like, mind your own business. Like, really? So, yeah, that's number 2. Number 3. Up to this day, I still do not know what this class was for. I do not even know how I got in the class. I don't even know who put me in the class, but this happened during my 5th grade year. I remember I was in the class during my 4th grade year, but another teacher was teaching it and stuff like that. And in this particular case, that teacher, she had left because I remember, I'm gonna say her name was Miss Sanders. I remember during my 4th grade year, she had told us at the end of the year she was going back to college. So I'm gonna say her name is Miss Sanders. She had said that she was going back to college at the end of the year, and another teacher had took her place. And like I said, I don't even know what this class was for and stuff like that, but I'm guessing it was like a little math support class for students that need help with their math, I guess. So yeah, I remember during my 5th grade year, once or twice out of every week, me and some other students in my class, I remember it was me, the girl that I had accidentally kicked in the face, a boy, a white boy, I'm gonna say his name was Chase, and another boy, he was a black boy, I'm gonna say his name was Corey. So all 4 of us, we would get excused from our regular class, and then we would go to what is called the multi-purpose room for, I want to say, like, the math support or math tutoring or whatever. And the multi-purpose room, it's self-explanatory, multi-purpose room where they host like assemblies, school plays, all that stuff. The teachers would eat their lunch in there and stuff like that. Yeah. And when we walked in the multi-purpose room, it's like there were like sections upon sections upon sections of little areas where teachers were teaching stuff like reading, math, all that stuff. And the man that was hosting it at the time, I ain't gonna lie, he was kind of Dutchish, Hunty, looking back on how you doing. I'm gonna say his name was Mr. Red. And up until this day, I still do not know what that man's first name is. All I know is that it was Mr. Red. Obviously not his real name for privacy purposes, but I do not know what that man's first name was. All I know is that it was Mr. Red. Oh hell, I don't even know much about him. I'm guessing he was like a math support teacher, a math tutor, or whatever. So I remember on this particular day, he was teaching us something, and I remember I had a question. And let me just say this, I can't help the way I talk. Like, my voice, sometimes it gets higher, sometimes it gets lower, just depending upon which mood I'm in. Like, it just always has done that and stuff like that. And I remember I was asking him something. And by the way, I just want to say, he kind of reminded me a mixture of my dad mixed with Lawrence Fishburne's character from Boys in the Hood, Furious Styles. That's who he had reminded me of, those two. And like I said, I can't help the way I talk. My voice gets higher, sometimes it gets lower and stuff like that. And I remember I had asked him a question and stuff like that, and he had stopped me mid-sentence. He was like, "Will you please put some bass in your voice?" Like, I admit, my dad has told me that millions of times growing up too, but to hear from someone else, I'm thinking to myself, like, nigga, what? Like, I can't help the way I talk. Like, the fuck? Like, my voice just does that. Like, I can't help it. But yeah, like, I tried my best to straighten my voice up afterward, but really, dude, like, don't dog on my voice. I can't help the way I talk. So, yeah, that's an embarrassing moment. Like, don't tell me what to do. That's basically what it boils down to. But I'm not knocking him or anything. I don't even understand why he wasn't a full-on teacher, because homeboy, he took his job seriously. Like, he was a bomb ass teacher. He was a black man, very articulate, very smart, knew his shit. Like, he was bomb. I wonder where he is now. So, yeah, that was number 3. Number 4. What is this one gonna be about? Oh, yeah, I know. Either this was during my freshman, sophomore, or junior year. I can't remember. But all I remember is that I was going homecoming. And if y'all have went to high school with me, y'all know I can bust a move or two on the dance floor. Like I dance like an aristocrat. Took my booty low, yeah, just like they, like, like, I could dance now. Anybody that went to high school with me know that I can bust a move or two on the dance floor. So I remember I was just dancing my ass off to some song on the dance floor and stuff like that. And I remember I was trying to drop it all the way down to the floor and stuff like that. And next thing you know, I heard, shh. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, please don't tell me that my pants ripped. Because the last thing I need is for people to turn on their camera, take a picture of my booty, and it be all over Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or whatever, and I be known as the ass man or something like that. So I was thinking to myself, like, oh my God, please don't tell me my pants ripped. But turns out the back of my pants they ripped. I remember I had froze for a second and I was feeling around, feeling the back of my pants to see if they were ripped, but they weren't. And then I remember I had kind of put my hands between my legs and stuff like that, and the whole seat of my pants was ripped. The whole seat of my pants were ripped. But I just went on about the rest of my night like it was nothing and stuff like that because nobody could see it, pretty much. But I remember my dad had picked me up from the homecoming dance and I told him what was happening. And I had told him what had happened and I had lied to him. I made it seem like I was dancing on a girl that happened. So, Dad, if you're watching this, like, the reason why my pants was ripped was not because I was twerking on a girl, but because, I was trying to drop it low to the floor of my pants ripped, pretty much. So, yeah. And I remember either my dad had bought me some more pants or he had sewn them up, one or the other. But yeah, that was an embarrassing moment. Thank God I won the back of my pants because the last thing I need is my ass exposed on social media. That's the only thing, that's the last thing I need. So yeah, that's number 4. The 5th and final one. Hold on, my nose. The 5th and final one. I don't know if I told this story before, but I'm fixing to tell it again. This happened when I was in 7th grade, and on this particular day, I remember that was my tablet. On this particular day, I remember we were in our science class, and my science teacher, I'm gonna say her name was Miss Moss. And I remember on that particular day, we had took a vocabulary test and stuff like that, and she passed out the vocabulary test and stuff like that. And I had studied my ass off for the test as usual because I love vocabulary tests. I've always have. And I remember I was just filling the answers in and stuff like that. And either I was the first or second one to turn in my test. I don't remember and stuff like that. So I remember I had turned my test in to Miss Moss. And I remember I had went back to my seat and I had started. Hey y'all, I'm back. I'm back to filming on my tablet again because my car is full. So my memory card is full of my camera, but where was I? Oh yeah. I was saying that we were in the middle of taking a vocabulary test and stuff like that. And I remember I was either the first or second one to turn my test in. I can't remember. But yeah, I had turned my test in to her. And I remember I had went back to my desk to start on that day's assignment and stuff like that. And I want to say like 10 or 15 minutes within the class and stuff like that. 10 or 15 minutes later, I heard Miss Moss say, "Mr. Moat, come here, please." Because Dontavius Moat, like, Moat, that's my last name. And I was thinking to myself, okay, what does she want with me? I didn't do anything. And I remember I had went up to her desk, and then she had my test in her hand. She was looking at it like this, like, someone did not study. A 28 means you did not study. I made a 28 on that test, and I'm thinking to myself, like, really, lady? Like, and plus everybody looking at me and stuff like that. Some people snickering and stuff like that. And I'm thinking to myself, really, lady? Really, lady? Why did you have to do me like that? Like, couldn't you just have taken me outside to tell me that, or couldn't you just have like told me after class or something like that? Why you had to announce it to the whole class? Like, really? So I had took my test and I just basically went back to my desk and tried my best to redo it. And pretty much the reason why I had failed that test is simply because not because I didn't study, because the lines were confusing. Like they were just so confusing and stuff like that. But I remember I had redid my test and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, I don't think I had finished redoing it that day. I think she had offered to let me come in early the next morning and stuff and finish it and stuff like that. And she had apologized for how she reacted and stuff like that. And I explained to her about the test, like about how the lines were confusing and stuff. And she totally had agreed and stuff like that. And I remember I had redid it and yeah, I think I had passed it and stuff like that time. So, yeah, that concludes this video. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to link all my social media accounts in the description box down below. So feel free to add and follow me on those. Also, don't forget to turn that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a video. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm about to get started with my day. So, peace out and good day.